As you guys know, TBS eFM is full of great, wonderful radio programs 24/7. Myself, I host a late morning music show called Uncoded, and
I host Men on Air from 4 to 6 every day. Hi.
So today, we're bringing you TBS eFM's first ever crossover episode between our two shows.
Woo. This is where Men on Air meets Uncoded. Welcome everyone to
Men on Uncoded. As we said earlier, this is a one-off special episode of Uncoded. This is our crossover episode between the two. So without further ado, let me take my time because this is going to be a special episode. Before we introduce our friend, I want to say that I barely know this guy, but I feel like I know him really, really well. And it's almost like we've known each other a very long time, yet we never really got to know each other. I admire him as a wonderful host of his show. Not only that, he's done many, many covers on YouTube of very famous songs. He's been on many TV shows. His voice is really amazing. And also really lovely smile. Recently, I even asked him for help for my friend because I needed to send a video of positive messages. And he, without any hesitation, sent me a video of himself with his beautiful, lovely smile, which ended up being the finale of my video for my friend as well. So let me introduce again, and finally, without further ado, the one and only Greg. Welcome.
Good morning. Yeah. Hi. Hello, everybody. Yeah, this is Greg. Like I said, from Men on Air. Good to be here, man. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
I tried to make a nice introduction.
You did great. No, it was awesome. I felt touched. I was like, oh my goodness, he's trying to get me to cry up in here this morning.
Yes. Well, you got me touched too. Because I actually asked a lot of friends to send me video.
Sure.
I was basically making a montage of lovely messages.
Oh, yeah.
And just asked my New Year's friends. And a lot of people replied really late or like, I'll do it later or can I do it tomorrow or whatever. And I'm like, it's okay. I don't want to push anybody to do it.
Anyone.
But Greg was like, I'm on it.
I'm on it.
I'm on it right away. How's this? And he made it really nice with a beautiful smile at the end. Wow. You do have a really nice smile.
Thank you. I inherited that from my mom. I got that. So yeah, my dad has a different kind of thing. He doesn't smile much. So yeah. I was like, yeah, where'd you get that, mama? Yeah.
Yes. Well, we're same. Myself also.
Good,
my father was the less smiley one. And
it's so funny.
Wait a second. Let's do this like an interview. Let's ask you some questions.
Okay.
I mean, maybe you're not used to being in that side of the chair.
Yeah,
of
this
the desk.
feels a little out of place. I feel like I'm sitting in the wrong seat.
Yes, I know.
But you went on our show, right?
That's right.
How did you feel when you switched?
Actually, that was like a week into my show or something.
Oh, that's true. You were just getting into your show then, right?
And I was already like new to everything and excited and like trying to figure out the vibe of everything.
Sure.
And it feels like now that was a different room in a different building.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, it's a totally different time. Yeah.
Yes. And it feels weird to think that I was sitting in that specific chair.
Right. It feels
and you were
a little
hosting.
strange,
but you guys were great. You guys really made me feel comfortable.
No, okay. Now, it's one thing to host well, but it's one thing to have a good guest. And a guest can carry the conversation. You have some guests who come in and you're like, oh, how's it going? Good. Oh, tell us about your day. Oh, it's been a nice day. Yeah, wow. you have to drag things out of them. And so it's nice to have a guest with energy. So that helps. So that's why that interview went well. So you made that. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you. Yeah. You owe me one then.
Yeah, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try to give you my morning energy. I told your PD, I was like, I'm not a morning person, but I'll try my best. He's like, oh my goodness. I was like, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he says that. Greg says that, but so he's going to sing for us later. And his voice, wow, there's nothing morning about it. It's straight up awake. It's ready. It's at all times. It's 24/7, ready to go.
Singer's life, right? Yeah.
All right, so hold on. So about that, music, I heard, was not what you dreamt of as a life goal when you were a kid. What is that true or what's that?
Actually, okay. I did want to be a singer as a child, and I really enjoyed music a lot. But my father was the very serious type who was like, well, Greg, if you do music, you need to be the best. And honestly, you're not the best. And I was like, okay, daddy. 포기할게요. Yeah, I just like give up, you know. And that
How old was this?
I was 8 or 9.
Oh,
around,
no. You don't tell the 9-year-old.
Dreams crushed, right? You know?
Yeah.
That's just how my dad was.
But he probably said it out of love to like protect you.
Exactly. And later he said that after things kind of took off for me, he's like, I'm so sorry. I should have given you more support when you were younger doing this. I'm really sorry. I was like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I know what you're trying to do. And he really did instill a good thing in me. Have a good salary job and keep that going, but also be able to work on your talents and the passions that you have securely. And that's what I've been doing, actually. So
Right. And so somehow it
worked out.
It worked out.
Yeah.
Destiny. Today's daily code, today's topic, the word. We have a word every day. And
okay.
today's destiny.
Oh, destiny.
And so we talked about destiny for the first half hour.
좋아.
And so maybe that was all part of your destiny to get all cheesy about it.
Yeah.
Yes. Guys, just a quick note. There's a little glitch with our viewable radio apparently, and it's going to be on in a minute after this. So we're fixing it right now. Technical stuff with machines and cables and whatever happening on the other side. And we are back now.
Oh, it's back.
Yes, we are back. There was a little glitch, and we are back now. Okay.
Nice, they fixed
Welcome
it.
back. Oh, so let's quickly explain this. Do you
yeah.
see this? Do a quick screenshot. Everybody, do a screenshot, and then we'll explain. Do a screenshot.
Screenshot.
Now. Get some chicken. Okay, so what this is we've I say we. I get to say we. I'm part
sorry.
of
Is there
TBS.
also a glitch with the screen? What?
What are you talking about?
Your face isn't there. Like,
My face is not there,
our show has menonera logo.
Oh, I see. So he's doing this game.
Ah.
So now, no. Greg is playing the
That's
game
not a
of
glitch.
We're Better Than You game.
I don't know.
He's
I'm
doing
just
it.
concerned.
He's doing it.
Why? It doesn't even say uncoded. Just TBS eFM bringing Korea to you.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. People, we don't even need that, you see.
Oh, I see.
We don't even need that.
그렇군요.
People already know. People see the face, they're like, oh, it's uncoded. And actually, we are probably the only show that has this one on it.
Yeah.
And so people know that if it's that, then it's
That's
uncoded.
true. They automatically know that show. I see. There you go. I'll take that then.
But I do believe that in the near future we're going to have.
I hope so.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
especially for new watchers to the show who want, I know that guy, but who exactly is it? Oh, uncoded. Uncoded. I get it. Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be nice, I
yes.
think.
It's
personally.
coming. We're working on it, man. We're working on it.
Go for it, y'all.
Thank you.
I'm bad as my father. I was just talking about people.
Totally.
Yeah. It trickles down, everybody. Be careful what you say to your kids.
It's tough love.
It's tough love.
It's tough love going down. All right, so hold on, just to finish off the explanation, because I want to do my job properly. I didn't explain this yet, so just get a screenshot because we've reached a 100,000 subscribers on our YouTube for TBS.
That's awesome.
And we're doing a 10-day event. You guys take a screenshot of this and then upload the screenshot with the hashtag that's in the sign. I'm not going to read it because it's complicated.
So long, yeah.
Yeah, it's a long one. So, but you guys know what to do. Go in SNS and do that. We will announce or pick randomly people and give you free chicken.
I believe 100 people randomly. I heard.
Oh, really?
Something like that. Yeah, I was like, wow.
That's nice.
Pick me.
Yes. I guess
I've posted for some shows already.
Yes. Actually, I saw that you did. You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm going to post for yours today.
Yeah, you posted on, you screenshotted Steve's.
For Steve's, yeah, I've done for Steve's.
Oh, man.
Why not?
What if
I'm
you
a
get
listener too.
Yeah,
so.
fair enough.
Yeah, right? No? I know.
No, absolutely fair enough. And very clever way of
I try
going by
not
it.
to do anything for our show. I think that if the listeners come into our show, okay, you have the chance. But I'm also a listener to other shows. So
Yes.
Yeah.
And you want chicken.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway.
Cool. So let's there's so many things I want to talk about
right.
with
We
you.
can talk about a lot,
Like,
right?
listen, so this is the story. We have a script here
Yeah.
and we have questions prepared and everything. And I'm happy to go through these questions because they're good questions. But there's so much for us to talk about even outside of this. So let's try to have a nice balance because I'm already feeling pretty excited.
All right. I'm down with that. Yeah.
And okay, so I want to ask you before anything, how long have you been in Korea?
Gosh, 13 years now. I came
Wow.
here originally in 2007 as an English teacher, and I still do teach actually. So,
Wow. Okay, and what, like young kids or like
I
adults?
started out teaching in English Village, the one up in Paju, and
Yes.
that was mostly young kids. And I was an edutainer, as they call it. So you would teach through singing, music, that kind of stuff.
Perfect for you.
It was great. And at that time, I didn't know about my ability.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
You didn't know how amazing you were.
Well, okay, we can backtrack a little bit. One of the other things about my father was that he was very practical. He was like, okay, get a job that keeps a regular salary, but also do the things you want to do, but within reason. So at that time, I thought that meant I wasn't good enough, right? Not long after that, I got cancer. And talk about stopping everything. So I suddenly was diagnosed with leukemia.
How old?
And I was 13 by then. So it's a few years later. But it stopped everything. You know, if there was any confidence that I did have about doing something, that certainly stopped it. And so that was a year and a half of treatments and in and out of the hospital and no singing, no prospect of life, to be honest. The doctor at one point gave me the 6-month, you know.
Really?
Yeah, because I was already at stage 3 when they found it. And he was like, well, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it all sad this morning.
No. It's great.
No tears for me. I'm just fortunate that I'm here. And one of those things about that time was the way people treated me. And that's why I always smile so much. Some people might say, oh, it's fake. You don't have to smile that much. You do, because you don't know what that smile is doing for someone else. If you visit someone in the hospital, before you go in the door, put on a smile. Even you don't feel it, put it on, because they're going to see that and they'll remember that when they're laying in the bed and dealing with their sickness. And that's what I dealt with for a year and a half. Yeah.
So you had a lot of smiles or not a lot of smiles?
I didn't have a lot of
I
smiles.
see.
And I wish I had more. And that's what's changed me as a person.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Thanks so
sorry
much
for
for
that.
sharing that, because it must be not too easy to share, and
It's
we
not.
appreciate that you share that. And so I don't want to sound cliche here,
No, it's okay.
but often when somebody goes through some kind of a difficult time or tragic or traumatic experience, this usually has a life-changing impact.
Absolutely.
And sometimes for better, sometimes for worse.
Yeah.
And it seems like in your case, your struggles have actually, and I don't want to say it in that way.
Well, they've empowered me in a way.
They've given you something
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah.
And maybe to some extent, it is one of your core strengths that led you to be who you are today.
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
Without that, I could imagine myself being a very different person, you know, because I never would have gone through that hardship. And I don't think I would look at every day in the same way that I do now. Like when I see someone, I always try to greet and be happy about it. Whether I'm feeling weird about what's going to happen. Oh, hi, nice to meet you. I don't know what's going to happen with us, but I want to be a good presence in your day. And that's the kind of person I've become now. And I consciously think about that. I go out of my way to try to be kind to as many people as I can. Yeah.
This man.
Yeah.
This man.
Sounds so cliche, but it's
This
true,
man.
guys. That's why I'm always smiling. Yeah.
You know,
Sorry.
I'm deeply touched, man. I gotta say, I'm deeply touched. It's not often that I'm deeply touched, by the way, and I am, and that's really beautiful. Wow, Greg
Yeah.
is making me feel stuff. All right,
No tears today, right?
All
I said
right.
I'm not going to
You're-
cry.
you're allowed
I
to
can't
cry.
sing if I cry.
actually, you might sing even better if you cry.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, well, I've cried in a few songs, and it's a different performance for sure. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We both know.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about this question?
Okay.
We've spoken about how your father has set you
Oh,
up
yeah.
kind of psychologically to
Tough love
feel
kind of deal, yeah.
tough love. That's be secure, but also do what you love.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we spoke about how you were brought up and the things you went to create attitude. Now, how about let's talk about a little bit about the future. Do you have any plans that something that you're aspiring for that you want to share with us, or what's the idea?
Okay, well, a lot of reason why the whole YouTube thing even kicked up. I'd had YouTube for a long time, way back, maybe from like 2006 or so. I had it, but I didn't do much with it. I just had it as, to look at other videos and, click like and all of that. But just in the last year did I decide, okay, this is a good platform to reach out to fans. It's a good way for people to hear my voice who haven't heard it. And so I started doing the covers. From that, I hope to start making more of my own music. Because honestly, I don't have a lot of my own songs yet. I have a few. I think I have, total 6 and maybe around 10 collaborations like that. But my own singles, not a whole lot yet, So I want to do more.
You want to?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, it's time for Greg's music now.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. The world's ready.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so let's talk about that. We have a lot of questions here on the script, but I'm going to dive
That's
into
okay.
that
Yeah,
a little
go where
bit.
you want to go. Yeah.
Yes, and I officially got Greg's permission. And
Yeah, I'm ready.
And he's a
Let's
veteran
go on the
host.
drive. Yeah.
So if you were to write your own music, what do you have an idea of what? What's my question? A theme that you want to touch on, or a genre you want to touch on, or what can we expect from you?
Ooh. Well, I mean, automatically, as soon as people hear my voice, they hear soulful R&B.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just what you hear out of my voice.
How does that feel, first of all? Do you like that, or do you feel like you're trapped?
Oh, you hit the nail right on the head. It's a good and a bad thing. You know, it's one of those where you're like, oh, it's great. I'm glad that I sound soulful, but everything I do isn't soulful. And so sometimes I could be like, A, B, C, D. Like, ooh, soul. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, soul. Hey, I'm there. That's not soulful. You know, so things like that I kind of go, calm down, guys. But I appreciate what people hear in my voice, and I'm glad for that. But I do want to show more diversity in my voice. So at one point, country music, that's a big thing for me.
Country! Let's do it. All right. We're
like,
going to hear a little bit. Let's hear a little bit of country.
Let's see. Wow.
Is this country? It's kind of hillbilly.
That's kind of hillbilly, eh? Yeah.
Well, we're together with Greg and TBS, and I don't know what he's gonna sing, but he's gonna sing right now. Go!
One day at TBS eFM, I met a friend, his name's Ancod.
That didn't rhyme, but it doesn't matter because we're out of time. Doesn't everything go? And Greg is here singing a little bit of country for us now.
I love it. I'm gonna sing you a song all day long. It sounds soulful still, but that's country for me. Yeah, singing a song.
So soulful.
Soulful still.
So soulful.
Country.
Soulful country.
Yeah, right? Why not?
You know what?
I love that.
You know what? That was great. So
it's fun.
So that wasn't scripted, by the way.
Yeah, that was not at all. I was totally shocked,
idea.
everyone. Yeah, which is great. I love it.
Yes, but anyway, back to the soulful thing. We just did country, but
it's still soulful.
It's still soulful.
But that's okay.
But here's the thing. That is your strength, my friend.
That's what I have.
That is your flavor.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like if I say I don't want to be trapped at being if I'm an actor, I don't want to always play male roles. But that's what I am, right? And I could play female roles,
sure,
but you could see my shoulders, or my jawline,
some things,
yeah. And so I guess there's something that we've been given, and the cards that were dealt, and we do what we can with that.
I agree with that.
And I'm sure you already know this, but you've been in terms of your voice and singing stuff, you've been given a nice deal of cards, and
very happy with what I have.
Oh man,
satisfied.
What people would do to have your voice.
Says the man who sings just as well. So anyways,
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, so do you this is what I wanted to ask too. Do you write your own music? Do you want to write your own music? Have you the songs you've written, the songs you've released that are yours? Did you write them yourself?
Okay, so the thing is, nowadays, I'm starting to get into it more. So the first song I released was actually way back in 2014, but a lot of people don't know about it. It's called Baby It's You. It was released, but not under my name. And so most people, so at the time, the issue was the visa. Yeah. Oh. Under a teaching visa, you can't be releasing music in Korea, guys.
Yo.
Did you know? That's illegal. That's illegal work.
Wow. Do I know about visas? I know.
What a pain. And I get it. I know there's legality and you have to do the right thing. I get it. But if someone just wants to sing music in their spare time, which was the case for me, I wasn't doing it for money. I just wanted to make a song. And I had to release it through a friend. So it's under my friend's name and everything. So Baby It's You, Junjin. And
sorry, Baby It's You by?
Junjin. Yeah.
Junjin.
Mm-hmm.
You guys,
so
if you look up
Baby
Junjin, Baby It's You, it's actually Greg.
And it says featuring GRE. Because you didn't put my full name on it, so you can find it. Baby It's You.
Is that also legal reasons?
Yeah, because I didn't want to be caught. I was like, if I put Greg on it, then it'll be an issue. So now that the visa's all changed and everything, and I'm totally on the entertainment path, please don't backtrack and
you set yourself up for
that. You broke the law back in 2014, so
you've announced it on public radio.
I didn't make any money from it, though. It was just a passion project and a song that I sat down with and helped to write and co-wrote at the time because I wasn't sure how it goes, rhyme and what do you do? What's the structure? I don't know those things. I just sing because I sing. I just enjoy it. Yeah. And we released it and it was great. I loved it. It's one of my best. Yeah.
When I was a guest on Men on Air, I think a few days into my beginning of my show, and we did what we sang, we improvised a song. because the host asked me, you guys asked me to sing a song.
Yeah.
And I said, why don't we
go and do it
why don't we
together?
all, yeah, something like this. And so we kind of took turns singing verses. And that's the first time that I noticed very clearly that you have a very natural talent of improvising and singing to stuff. And then later I've watched some of the stuff that you uploaded on YouTube of TBS that you made up songs or whatever.
Sure.
And I was like, this guy's he's absolutely got it. I bet he's got a bunch of songs up his sleeve. And if not, and today, like you said, you haven't, coming from a person who's been writing songs for years, I'm always writing songs because I love it. I love writing songs. And it takes a certain kind of skill and talent to do that can be refined. But the talent aspect for you, definitely, you just did it now. We just did a little country. You were singing on rhythm, on beat. There was you felt the song. You vibed with it.
Wow.
You absolutely got it. So I'm thinking if you just sit down and like work on the craft, it'll come. I mean, who am I to say? But
I'm glad to hear it. I mean, it's one of those things for me. Validation has been a big problem, self-confidence as well. So people see me and they see me doing these covers and things. Like, oh, Greg, you're so good. And I'm like, I still 100% don't believe that.
Right.
And that's been the issue, overcoming that, I'm still just little Greg who enjoys singing, but am I a great singer? I don't know.
I see. Well, I would say have a secure job. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Daddy.
No.
I love it.
No. But no. Seriously, I've tried to improvise with a lot of people because I love improvising.
Yeah, right.
And I actually
I've heard on the spot as well. I listen as well.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, so
and
fun.
I often put people on the spot, not just on our show, but in life.
In general,
General, people, if I'm on the street and somebody's like, oh, I'm a fan and I want to be a rapper. And I'm like, you want to be a rapper? All right. And I just go,
wow.
And then I like, do something, come on. And I do that. And then they start freestyling. Yeah. And people are like, some people just freeze and some people are like, all right. And they just
get right into it.
Because when you put on the spot, it's just like a wave that's coming towards you. Yeah. And you have two choices. You can go, oh my God, it's a wave. I don't know what to do with it. Or I'm going to surf this thing.
Surf it, yeah.
And if you, you know what I mean? And if you want to surf it, the only way to surf, and I don't surf, but the only way to surf is you have to relax into it.
Yeah, right.
And let go of all the thoughts of, I don't want to do it wrong.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to sound bad.
What if I make a mistake?
Yes. Yeah. Just let go of it and let the brain, because the brain already has the capability to do it. And you just got to get out of your own way and do it. And that is something that's very difficult to teach. And you do it naturally. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's taken time, man. I had to work at it.
I bet.
It's been a process. And I hope most people get that as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen overnight. It's one of those things you keep working at. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm good at this. You have to get yourself through that. And waiting for someone else to tell you that is a waste of your time, to be honest. You need to get yourself through that. And I waited for validation for so long, waiting to hear someone say you sing well or you do this well. No, you need to believe yourself. That's really most important to me.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Words of wisdom.
Yeah, go for it, guys.
Honestly, look, guys, we're going to take a really short break with a song by Greg. This is TB를 켜면 by Greg. Anything you want to say about it before we take a break?
It was released just recently for one of the big telecom companies. Thank you for having me. Enjoy it.
Yes, be right back, guys.
Yeah.
You're listening to Greg singing live for us.
당신도 혹시 또 나를 보고 있나요? 오늘 같은 밤이면 그대 떠올리면서 대답 없는 편지를 써봐요. 아무도 없네요. 평소와 같은 밤인데 익숙지 않은 공기만 맴돌고 오늘 같은 밤이면 그대와 마주 앉아 밤새도록 우리 사랑했는데 이젠 추억으로 간직할게요. 매일 밤 너를 그리다 스쳐가는 그 시간들 속에 사랑이란 감정만이 남아있어요. 좀 꿈꾸길 간절히 바래요.
just that special. It's like something in a movie, right? Being here on Uncoded today, feels like a movie scene.
아무도 없네요. 평소와 같은 밤인데 익숙지 않은 공기만 맴돌고 있네요. 오늘 같은 밤이면 그대와 마주 앉아 밤새도록 우리 사랑했는데 이젠 추억으로 가져갈게요. 그 시간들 속에 있으면 사랑이란 감정만이 남아있어요. 조금 길까지 우리 기억하지만 기억하지 못했던 누구보다도 아름다운 시간들 그래도 그때 누구보다도 두껍고 누구보다도 아름다운 시간들 감사합니다.
Wow.
There we go.
Wow. That was 한 편의 영화 같았던 우리의 긴.
네.
Which in English would be?
Yeah, basically our movie, our love is like a movie scene. Yeah, if you translate it out, it's really this long other title, but our love is like a movie scene. 네.
I think there's been maybe 3 times in the past this my entire short career of working on radio that tears came out during a performance.
Oh my! Oh no!
And
Don't say that.
And I think when we listen to music, we don't just listen to the song. We don't just listen to the melody. I mean, some people do.
Sure, of course.
But if you're a serious, sincere listener of music, you have no choice but to listen to the person. You're listening to the person. You're listening to the story.
Yeah,
and when you know the person to some extent or something about the person, right, you are listening to that person's story within the song and how they're expressing it. It all is one big package. And after today's talks and finding out a little bit more about you. Yeah, I couldn't hold it back, man.
Yeah.
That was absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much. And I'm so sorry that there's only
started.
2 hands in here that are clapping for you, but there needs to be a lot more than that.
Wow. I appreciate it, really. Thank you.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, where are we at now?
Yes. So on that note, I think you should get a real job.
It's time to grow up.
Yes.
Thank you, Teddy.
All right, let's read some messages. We got messages here. This is Daniel Choi saying, "Wow, Greg in the morning."
Oh yeah, thank you.
Greg in the morning sounds like a title of a song.
Right.
Greg in the morning, Greg in the evening.
A new country song there. Greg in the morning and Greg in the evening. That's yeah.
With my tractor, I listen to Greg in the morning. All right. This is a note from Moa PD님, and Moa PD님's here to support Greg.
Yeah, PD님. Yeah.
This is Greg's show's PD님, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, hello. Hi.
She's awesome. She's amazing. The best PD in the world.
The best PD in the world is here.
Sorry,
right after our
Uncoded
PD. Right after our PD. Okay. All right, guys.
네.
If we can have the PD names in here having a battle if we want to.
Oh, that'd be fun. A PD battle. She's the winner. She's like, yeah, that's right. Take it.
All right. This next message is by Toro Juan. How will the winner for the chicken be picked? I took the screenshot already. All right. So we've explained it a few times.
It's random, right?
It's random. So basically, here it is. One more time. Take a screenshot. Bada bing, bada boom. 100. Take a screenshot now. Now's your chance. Do it. And then if you upload it on your SNS anywhere on a gram or on a book or whatever, on a tweeting situation, do it, and it will just, because of the hashtag, make sure you add the hashtag that's on the sign. Make sure that's key. Do that, and then we'll pick by random 100 people. 6601 6601님 says, 어머, 그레기 또 여기서 만나네요. 그레기또.
My nickname, Gregito.
그레기또. 맨온에어 시조세입니다.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't expect to see Gregito here. I'm 시조세 from 맨온에어.
Yeah, one of our top listeners. So we have levels. Yeah, 평아리, 뭐 토종닭, and then also the 시조세. So yeah, she's regular listener. Yeah.
All right. I like that idea. We might just steal it.
Oh no.
1610 says, OMG, it's Greg. I'm such a huge fan of you. I always check out your covers on YouTube.
Oh my.
Heart.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Really. Thank you for that.
8082 says, I agree with Ancod. Greg has the most wonderful smile in the world. Thank
you.
Look at that.
Wow.
Kim, and now actually there's a lot more depth to the smile if you guys were listening.
Yeah, you
to
know
the,
more
to
behind
the,
it. I'm
yes,
glad that people know that.
And I'm so glad you shared that with us.
Thank you.
Because that's not easy, I know. Yeah. All right, 김용화 says, Greg이랑 안코드님 케미가 참 좋으십니다. Love the chemistry between Greg and Ancod.
Yeah, it's good.
I think it's terrible. I think we're doing terrible today.
This is awful. Never should happen again.
Gosh, I can't wait for this to be over.
Wow.
1421 says, I remember seeing Ancod on Men on Air not too long ago, and here's Greg on Uncoded. Lol, very interesting collaboration.
Good.
Yes.
I hope a good interesting.
Yes, and it's about to get more interesting, guys.
Oh, yeah.
1464. Greg is so shiny, as always, just like his forehead. Love you, Greg. You are the shiniest. I mean, the best.
It sounds like Mimi. You're the shiniest of Mimi. Anyway.
It is shiny.
I am shiny, right? That means I'm clean.
It means...
No, I'm kidding.
Squeaky
Are you
clean.
shining over there?
I don't know.
I see a little shine.
Maybe there's a bit of shine. But quick question: Do you still get nervous when you sing?
I do. Absolutely. Yeah.
Were you a little nervous just then?
Yes, I was. Yeah.
Are you nervous still now?
No,
that
it's
is
gone now.
I see.
When the song, right before it starts, it really kicks up. And then middle of the song or so, I start to relax into it. And then I'm okay. And then by the end, I'm back to normal. So, yeah.
So
do you get nervous when you
so
sing,
so about that I've used, of course, in the beginning when I first started I jumped into being a musician without any nothing. I just went into it. It was because of the meditation phase. I just felt courageous. I could just do anything.
Wow.
And I just jumped into my first show and it was really, I got like 30 euros or something for singing for an hour and a half.
Okay.
And everyone was like, you got ripped off. But actually to me, I was like, 30 euros? This could become 3,000 later. I didn't care about them. Anyway, point is this. I was very nervous for the first year or two because I didn't know what was going on. And at some point, I got arrogant, I think. Or as overly confident.
Okay, overly confident.
And I was like, the key is not to be nervous. And then I got really relaxed and I wasn't nervous at all. And guess what happens? It's worse.
Oh, no.
For me, and I've actually had people, other musicians agree with me that if you're completely, totally relaxed, it's worse than being nervous.
I agree with
because
that.
you get kind of lazy and clumsy.
Yeah.
So I found that a little touch of nerve right before keeps you straight and focused on the moment, and it's necessary. And here's the thing about nervousness that I've figured out, and I'm sure you probably noticed that physiologically speaking, what happens in the body if you go to measure blood pressure and these things, and what happens in the brain, it is exactly the same as when you're just excited for something.
Right.
And so
rush, that kind of adrenaline kick. Suddenly your body's like, okay, endorphins, let's fight this thing. Here we go, focus. Yeah.
Exactly. There's a rush. And we just get to decide in the moment what this rush means.
Yeah,
Does this mean we're nervous? I'm nervous? Or is it like,
freak out? Or
I'm excited?
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
So by choosing with your attitude what it means, it will actually help us to be more focused into it and look forward to, I can't wait to get on stage. Instead of like, what if I mess up?
Yeah, right.
You can say, what if it goes so well?
might be amazing or it may
yes.
be terrible, but that's okay. I'm going to
Yes.
go for it anyway.
Yes.
I love that.
And
wow.
that's the rush. And I think that's the rush that some people like spend their lives for. Bungee jumping, extreme
Always
sports.
looking for it, right?
Yeah.
Trying to find it.
And as musicians, we get to experience a touch of that all
Regularly.
the
Yeah.
time. The result, sometimes the consequence is a shiny forehead. And that's
yeah,
fine.
that's right.
Okay, just a couple more messages and then we're going to move on. Sorry, we can't read all of your messages.
of course.
This is 2021 saying 아침부터 열일하는 우리 레기.
Oh, yeah.
I love gorgeous music. Thank you for sharing your Destiny story music with music.
Honor to be here today. Thank you for listening. Yeah, appreciate it.
What a special treat we have here today. Okay, so guys, this is the part that our writer told me to make sure not to read the script in advance.
Yeah, she told me not to look ahead. So I was like, I wonder
Oh,
what's
so
in
you
there.
didn't look either?
No, I'm really curious what's
Let's
in
find
it.
out what's in there. Okay, so let's take this. Part 3, opening.
Okay.
Hello, we're now back with Uncoded. Welcome back and I think this skip this part.
Yeah, you can jump ahead.
Yes,
maybe.
okay. Men on air. Okay, so this is the part where you and I have a little bit of a mini challenge.
Oh, a challenge.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So we just got a look into the man behind the host and got to understand Greg's personal life story a little better. And even heard some live music as well. Now, we'll be focusing on Greg as a radio host.
No.
So I guess this is the part where I ask you, yeah?
All right,
How
all
long
right.
has it been since you first started your show as a DJ, Greg?
It's been just 3 years. So I just celebrated the 3rd year anniversary, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, so 3
Yes,
years.
I actually saw that on
Yeah,
SNS.
that's fine.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
You're 3 years old in TBS age.
That's right.
And 39 in Korean age or something?
Yeah, 39 Korean age.
And
wow.
real age 37.
Yeah.
Wow, these numbers are all over
Some
the place.
interesting numbers, right?
How long? What do you like the most about hosting the radio show?
The interaction. I think that's number one for me. Like getting to interact. I know that's different for radio because, back in the day, you'd speak and then they would listen and maybe get a phone call or like send a shout out or something. But these days, 보이는 라디오, more online, the messages, the text, all of that, that's what it does for me. I love that. That's the best part for me. Interaction, 100%. Yeah.
I can't help but agree.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice.
I mean, imagine if there were no messages. Imagine if there was nobody listening.
How could radio DJs do it back in the day? They're just talking to themselves in a way, right? I know they're talking to their listeners, but you don't know that they're out there.
Yes.
And that must be so hard.
Just gotta have to imagine it.
Yeah, just, okay, everyone, how you doing tonight? I hope you're having a great evening. You don't know if anyone's listening.
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
But at the same time, back then, there was no TV and stuff. So the chances of people listening to radio was even higher.
That's true.
Yeah,
That
so
is true.
you had some faith that somebody is listening. So yeah,
Truth.
today
That's
would
true.
actually be really tough without the interaction.
It would, really would.
All right, so can you just tell us 3 good things about your show so our listeners can also find your show and tune in for Men on Air?
3 good things about our show. Well, for sure, it's fun. We're
Number
laughing
1.
every day. We're very, very honest. Heejun more than I am. I'm honest, but in a more soft way. Heejun is very direct,
Yes.
almost cuttingly.
Yes.
And
Yes.
definitely informative as well. Like, I think we give information even though it's in a fun way. So you're going to learn some English, you're going to learn some Korean as well, and then even catch grammar points here and there, but in a fun way. And so we're doing acting and stuff on there too. And so it's still interactive and fun, but it's also informative. So I think we just kind of round it all out in a way,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to hear more singing on our show. We're working on that. You do a lot of singing on yours. I love that. I love to do
And
more.
actually, we're going to do even more.
Good.
Yes, come.
Please. That's what makes me listen to your show in the mornings. I
And
love the singing. The live performance is great.
You can look forward to it.
Yeah.
You only told us 2 good things about it. I guess there are no 3 things.
Fun.
That's okay.
No, fun, informative, and entertaining, right? We had all 3 in there.
Wait, entertaining and fun
Same.
is the same thing.
Informative, Anya.
No,
Fun.
entertaining and fun is the same thing.
Oh, no. Fun, funny, Anya. Funny.
Oh, funny.
Funny.
And
Fun,
entertaining.
Funny, entertaining. Yeah.
I'm not impressed.
It's a great show. Just listen. No, I'm joking. No, really. Men on Air has just been great. And there's so many things that you could describe about it, but just a great show anyway. So
All right, so our producer is writing on the screen.
what was
Tell him 3 good things about Uncoded.
about Uncle, yeah, please. The
First of all,
Yeah.
we take our song selections quite seriously.
Oh, good.
And so
We do too. Peter Neem is amazing, man.
And so we like to think that our song choices are of good taste.
Yeah.
And from our show, you can find good music. And number two, you can hear a lot of live performances if you're into music, and you can find out about music instruments and history behind cultures of music. We talk about music in depth. And thirdly, this is what I personally think is good about our show. And I don't know what our listeners, we sometimes get messages about this specific thing saying that's why people like our show. But I think that our show is mainly a music show, but also has a philosophical element to it. And we like to discuss a lot life issues in a way that is hopefully enriching the mind in a way to help people think and expand their thoughts in a way that is, let's say, fruitful to lead a happier life.
Oh, I like that.
And we like to discuss this on our show a lot. How can we solve certain situations, relationship problems in family, career issues. So you might even use the word spiritual sometimes, talking about what is really happening inside us as human beings going through experience.
Oh, I think that connects to ours. Like I mentioned, the honesty of the show. Yours is also one. I've heard things that you've said, and I'm like, wow, he's able to share his opinion and be very direct. And I think that's what listeners want to hear. You don't want to hear someone kind of just making up fun and light things to talk about all the time. Sometimes you want to hear something serious, and you want to hear honesty from the announcers as well. So when your DJ is telling you something and they really mean it, you can feel that versus someone like, oh, well, I think if you do this in your life, it might be better. Hey, you're just reading off of a script versus telling how you really feel. So the honesty,
absolutely.
Man. Yeah.
And I think this is how you should choose which monk to listen to and which monk. Just because somebody's wearing a robe doesn't mean that they're... All right, sorry, I had to say that. All right,
put that out there, right?
All right, so, on that note, we have the next segment. This is a part that our team is very much looking forward to.
Oh, my.
So we have challenges. We can't... There's 2 challenges. We have to pick one from. Just choose 1 or 2. Just pick a number.
1? I don't know.
1 or 2. Technical glitches or clear pronunciation.
One of the 2 of those.
Yes. This is a challenge. What you would do if you were as a host, and I'm just reading off script right now because I was told not to read it. So I didn't read the full script, but one is regarding clear pronunciation.
Oh, I don't have that.
One is regarding managing technical glitches. Let's do technical glitches.
Okay, technical glitches sounds fun.
Yeah, okay. So
we don't know what to expect with that.
Page 16. I think that's the part where you read.
Oh, my. All right. So now, when you're DJing a radio show, all sorts of technical glitches can happen at any time. When a technical error happens, the hosts have to keep a cool head so that the audience can have a smooth listening experience. So for task number 2, we'll have to transition smoothly when a technical glitch happens. We don't know what the glitch will be in advance, but when it's our turn, we'll cue in a song and start our turn.
Wow.
Oh, my.
Okay, cool. Let's figure this out. This is basically, guys, just so we figured out the vibe here. We figured out, because we were told not to read the script in advance, maybe you guys feel like this was kind of a glitchy jump into another topic. This is a challenge where we're going to see, apparently, who is a better host. I think that's the idea. That's what I'm catching here.
Okay.
Yes. I think that's a fun challenge.
I'm about to lose after 3 years. Oh my goodness. Bye, Greg. No,
yes. It's the champion heavyweight belt holder versus the rookie.
I mean, technical glitches.
Yes. So we're gonna do this now. We're gonna play a song. It's gonna be Lady Gaga's Poker Face, and something's gonna happen.
Okay.
And you're gonna have to handle it like a professional host.
Okay.
All right. Let's begin. Let's check it out.
All right. All right, we're going to get started off with Lady Gaga, Poker Face. Is there a glitch? I haven't heard the glitch yet. Can't read mine, no you can't read my poker face. Oh, we're having a small technical glitch, but that's okay, because I can sing la 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 da 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 my poker face. Oh. I think the song's coming back in now. Here we go, let's keep moving, yeah.
Nice.
Thank God we've never had that happen on the show, not once, yeah.
That happened to me many times while performing live.
Oh no!
I use a machine called a loop station.
Yeah, right. I've heard the
loop.
Yeah.
And I always have to depend on with the team whoever's. And sometimes it's electric problem.
Yeah.
And in the middle of my performance, the machine will turn off.
What do you do?
And so I just keep on singing. I just keep on singing, and I sing, and I just like you did. I go, oh, and the power went off, but that's okay because we're gonna turn it back on soon, and we're gonna have a real violin solo. Violin solo. And I go and I try to play it, and I'm talking to the guys.
Does the loop catch on from where it was, or does it lose everything? Oh my goodness, you have to rebuild the whole loop. Oh, no,
but I rebuild it in a simple way.
Okay.
But anyway, people get it. So
all right, your
all right,
turn.
my turn. Let's do this.
Doja Cat, Say So.
This is Doja Cat, Say So.
In a dress like this, he ain't never even been impressed.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to do that. There's something wrong with the system. Oh, I'm going to get fired. Oh, no. How was that? Did I handle that professionally?
Oh, that was fantastic. I just lost my job, everybody. That has happened before. I'm like, oh, well, we're just going to play another song. Sorry for that. Let's keep it moving, right?
I guess you maintain your heavyweight champion. I just couldn't hold my emotions there.
I love that, though. That response was great.
Oh,
that would be like YouTube viral right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I see. I didn't expect that to be the problem.
Who would have thought that would be the issue?
Yes.
Wow.
Well. Now I've learned my lesson. Thank you, teacher. Now I know. So how should I have handled it?
I mean, probably the PD would cut the song. Well, actually, we had a PD once who didn't cut the song. And I was like, no. He's like, what? I was like, this song has many bad words in it. Anyway, so I started trying to talk over it, but the mic was off anyway. So we're like, cut. And so he's like, what's the problem? I'm like, it's many swear words. So, call out to the studio and tell them it's a bad song and then change the song. So.
I haven't had to, I'm short. My life is short here. So I mean.
It's coming. Just wait. Murphy's Law.
So we haven't had so much of that. But now that I think about it, I wonder, what if we play a song in Hebrew? And most people don't know Hebrew.
They don't know, yeah.
But I do, right? And so I hear a bad word, but nobody knows. So do we just go on because nobody knows, or should I apologize anyway, just in case, as the Hebrew listener, or do we just pretend that nothing happens?
Well, we found with some Spanish songs before. We talked about this. Some of the Spanish songs may sometimes drop some words in there, and then we should probably say something because every now and then listeners actually know the language.
Yes.
You have those listeners, I know Hebrew actually. I know Spanish.
Right.
And they write in about it and they monitor. So it's better that we actually, cut the song or, have it bleeped out if we can. So,
Right.
We have to be mindful that some people would know the language. So, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And therefore, Greg is the winner of being the better host. No. Obviously.
I think
Obviously.
Two great hosts here, and I'm glad to be here, man. Really.
Such a pleasure to have you here, man. All right.
Next time.
Tune in on Men and Night later.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye, guys.